How we start this off is, what up, though?
Oh.
What up, man? Welcome to another episode of Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit podcast with your boy, Brandon Jordan. Man, I'm feeling real good today, man. This has been a good day, and I'm so excited about doing this podcast because we got some stuff to get off my chest and get into the topic today. But before I do that, got a couple dates just to plug out there. Thursday, June 20th, I will be in San Diego at the Madhouse Comedy Club at 10:30. So anybody want to come out to this show, definitely come out and have a good time with your boy. Also, July 19th, I will be at the Stellar Alder Theater in LA for the Set It Off series. That's going to be something real good because we got a dope lineup that night. And I can't wait for that show to pop off. Also, I want to give a couple birthday shout-outs to a couple people, to my homegirl, Lisa, and my boy, Clint Coley. Especially him, man. Shout out to him to him because he inspired me to go ahead and get my podcast started because I enjoy his so much. He made me, motivate myself to go ahead and do my thing. And I will be at his live podcast birthday event tomorrow night at Comfort LA. So shout out to them, happy birthday, and it was dope. Before I introduce my guest, last week I went to going away party last Tuesday, and I went. It was actually one my homegirl Beyonce B. She was on my first podcast, and went there, man. Had a good time. It was a fun night, fun atmosphere, and when I was there, walking around, it was nobody that I really was, looking at like, man, I ain't tripping if I don't talk to nobody. But as the night went on, it was this one girl that I seen. I was like, okay, who's this chick? So, I went up, seen her and everything. She had on a Detroit shirt, and I automatically assumed, she was from Detroit. So I walked up to her, asked her about the shirt. Asked her name, we started talking, had, a nice little conversation, bought her a drink and everything, and, we was vibing. so we was vibing, man, and, she asked me for my Instagram, and we also exchanged numbers and everything, and, after that, I really had a good time. So 24 hours later, I text her, and I noticed when I text her, it never, I got an iPhone, so it never said delivered. So I'm like, oh, okay, man, whatever. So 2 days later, after that, I called her, went straight to voicemail. I'm like, this girl didn't block me. I said, so for me, I'm like, how did we go from having a good conversation, talking and stuff like that, to getting blocked the next day? I said, what? That didn't make no sense to me. But, so this is one of the things that is puzzling me about dating is that, especially when it comes to women, is that the interest, women always say they want a guy to be truthful, but they don't want to be truthful themselves. If the interest wasn't there, why do all that with me? What was the point? For me, is that if you have no interest to talk to me, do not give me your number. That is a waste of time. Just tell me, no, let's keep it moving. I'm good on that. So, ladies, if I ask you for your number and you have no interest in talking to me, do not give me your number. This is episode number 3, man. And we about to get into it. What up to my guests, man? How y'all doing today?
I'm all right. I'm doing. Apparently, I'm having a much better day.
I'm having a beautiful day.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing a beautiful day, man. But I want to introduce my guests, and when I introduce y'all, y'all can be able to, talk about yourselves too. I got my good friend Kyler on the podcast.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. It's Kyler O'Neal.
Kyler O'Neal. I apologize.
That's all right.
I'm messing up the brand out here.
That's all right.
Kyler O'Neal.
Mess up the brand. It's all about brand. That's Kyler O'Neal in the building. Yes.
What's up, man?
What's happening?
So, what you been doing today?
I worked, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. I worked and I came here.
Okay. One thing I love. This is the number one thing that I love about this girl, is that she is the only person that I know. No matter if she's probably mad, she can be irritated with you, she can be happy, but she stays at the same energy level at all times, no matter what. So you don't know if she pissed at you or not, because she would talk to you in the same tone and energy level, no matter what. And that's what I like about that.
I try to keep a smooth poker face,
She's still a pimp out here, though. She
I
is. Let me tell you like this.
I'm a wholesome church girl.
Listen to this though.
Oh, God.
Listen to this. My boy, I'm about to introduce. He swear he a pimp, but
Never said that.
But I learned all my pimping stuff from this one right here.
Well,
This one right here
No.
is pimping out here in these streets.
No.
But I want to get to my other guest, my homeboy right here, my brother from Detroit. Shout out to Brian Taylor in the building.
What's happening?
What's up, man?
What's the deal? I never said I was a pimp. I said I could be a pimp.
Oh, okay.
It's just because I've done the research. That's it.
But you did pimp one time, though.
I did. I was a pimp for a night. That is true. That happened. I didn't collect, and she didn't fuck. But I was a pimp, and she was a whore. That happened.
How does that work?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. It's a very long story, and I'll shorten it up very fast like this. Dave Chappelle did a special, and he talked about a book called Pimp by Iceberg Slim. I read that book. Once I read that book, my vision changed. I started seeing whores. I knew what they looked like, so I'm at the Comedy Store. And a whore comes in, and I know she's a whore because I know what they look like now because I read this book. And I'm working at the Comedy Store.
Pause.
Oh.
How does a whore look?
Oh, this is a whole book you'd have to read, but I know now. I just know, but I can tell you this much. She was fine, right? She was thick. She was scantily clad. She was black at the Comedy Store on Not Black Night. She was there by herself. You a hoe. And she was. Now you can say, oh, why would you profile? She was a hoe, let me tell you. So she come in and she was like, so which show, what's good? I said, who you here with? I'm here by myself. Like, what you looking for? Just looking for a fun show? Or what? Well, where's like nice people at? I said, are you working? She said, what? I rolled my eyes and left because now I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God, I think I just offended this woman. And then she looked at me. She's like, no, I'm just saying. I'm like, oh, she's a hoe. So anyway, I pointed out some pills. Like, go talk to my man's over there. And I gave her the layout of, oh, did you hear that? I gave her the layout of the strip. And I was like, over here, Katana, sometimes be some famous people over here. This room getting ready to let out. There's a couple niggas with some money in here. And right here, I know they got some money. She's like, okay, cool. So I talked to them. I'm like, yo, what y'all looking for? He cut into me and said, we're looking for girls, white girls. They was all Indian dudes. This was a fat black girl. That's my jam, but it wasn't their jam. But still, I sent her over there. They wasn't feeling her. And then I got off and left. And she said, thank you. That was it. That's my pimp story. Yeah. It's the closest I came to it. I thought I'd never be a pimp. That was pretty fucking close. I was facilitating a whore finding, customers.
Can we say working girl instead of
whatever. Doesn't matter. Don't matter if I call her a flower. She sucked dick for money. That's okay. You can call her whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can call me a humor technician. I tell jokes. Dick joke slinger. That's all.
That has a pretty ring.
I love it. Whore.
Yeah. But
Pimping.
yeah.
What you should have done that night. Should have been on your pimp shit. If a girl gave you her number, you got that much time. You got 24 hours. Really, you got till y'all leave the bar. Because, see, you don't drink. So you forget, man. Some people just do stuff in the moment. They're like, I'll fuck you right now. Because I'm drunk right now. Once people sober up, the girl's like, oh, my God. Glad I didn't. You want to be the, oh, my God. Why did I do that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
No, that's good.
Take advantage of drunk women. That's what I'm saying. If you let her sober up, then.
But she wasn't drunk.
That's a valid point.
You bought her a drink.
But did
She was feeling good enough.
Did she have any anything in her system, weed, alcohol.
Oh, I don't know that.
A little bump, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know
Christ, I forgot.
I mean, you
I mean,
never
I'm
know.
Junkies out here.
You never know. It's LA, and you know these are things to consider.
That is true.
I mean,
It
I
is
had a
LA.
similar situation happen with
Okay.
a guy I met at a nightclub. He was drunk off his ass, and we had a great time. We was dancing, and we had a wonderful time together. And then we ended up kissing, and we hung out. And then he was really fucked up. So I made sure he got to his car, and he was okay. And then we split, and then we texted the next day, and then the day after that, I got that sent as text message. And I was like, oh, all right. And then, you know, whenever I see that, I test it, and then I call. And if it goes straight to voicemail, it either means their phone is dead, or turned off, or you blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And whichever the case, I didn't get any response that day.
Dang,
Yeah.
I didn't know guys was doing that to girls out here.
mean, you know, he probably, low-key, he probably has, like, a girlfriend or a situation, and he was just out that night, you know, whatever. And then we had our situation, but then he had a whole reality to come back to, so... Those are other things to consider.
Yeah,
when it comes to
my thing is I'm done over the girl, but it's just the situation of you going forward. Do not. That's just my thing. I just don't. If you don't have that interest, you know, and like you said, it could be other factors. You know what I'm saying, into it. But
unfortunately,
you know that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, is going for is that if you have the not in your knowledge in your head that you don't have any interest, don't give me the number.
But as he said, maybe she was interested in the moment. You know?
Yeah, man, everybody ain't looking for a long time. And I feel like, you know, from the conversations we have, you know, you're like, you looking for a woman. Everybody ain't looking for a woman. I was just out in Indianapolis, right? And I'm getting ready to leave. I got the Uber call, right? I just did a show. I'm getting ready to leave. One of the girls that was in the show, she's like, hey, where you going, blah, blah, blah. And then she turned around and started throwing that thing, right? And I'm catching it. I got a drink in this hand that I'm trying to finish and walk out. I got the phone in this hand, right? I cancel the lift as she starts twerking on me. I end up staying there for a whole nother hour, dancing, all this stuff. I don't really remember too much after that. I kind of blacked out. But I came to in my room by myself. So I messaged the girl. I'm like, hey, what's up? You want to get lunch? No response. Hey, I should have fucked her that night. Or whatever was going to happen that night. That's the nightlife. You want to find a girl, like if a girl give you her number in the club, you might not never hear from her. Now, if you get her number at the grocery store,
Exactly.
at church,
Yeah.
or something like that, then you can be puzzled. But if somebody give you their number in the club and you don't hear from them, that's pretty normal, brother.
Yeah, the nightlife scene is it has a bit less tact. It's a bit less promising. It's a bit less. Nothing. I mean, nothing is guaranteed in life in a general sense, but when it comes to the nightlife, nothing is guaranteed. You may hit it off with somebody, and 5 minutes later, they hit it off with somebody else in the same venue.
I mean, yeah, I understand. Yeah, that too. Even though I've never been part of it, I'm really, you know, the nightlife of in comedy clubs.
Right.
But you know, as in nightlife, I don't fuck around with that.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't deal with that drinking and smoking shit. You know,
I do.
I live a sober life, so
Yeah.
I'm good on. You know,
That's
what I'm saying? I'm good on
boring.
that.
I be out here, brother.
This coming from the dude that what was it last night, nigga?
What I do? I ain't do
Nigga
nothing.
drunk as hell.
So,
Nigga,
I should be. I drank. Now, if I drank and wasn't
Nigga.
drunk, that's a problem.
Nigga, we stopped at Taco Bell, right?
I don't remember that. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
okay.
get to that.
We went to stop at Taco Bell at 2-something in the morning. This dude so drunk, he's sitting there eating the food, falling asleep at the same damn time.
That's right. That's right. I'm
Yeah,
out here
that's
living
right.
my best life.
So
Huh?
that's right.
I'm
And-
doing two things I like: eating and sleep at the same time.
Yeah, and
You
soon,
can't do that.
And as soon as I drop him off, I got all the Taco Bell on my goddamn floor in my
No,
car.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Somebody else dropped that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Come on, now. What are you talking about?
So, but
He's living his best life.
Hey, man, I'm out here, and you should try it.
no,
You
I'm
should
good.
try it.
No,
I'm telling you, I think it would open you up. I think all your problems are in the fact that you hold on to this sobriety, right? And you're scared to just
It's not
let
scared.
yourself. Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Let yourself go. Now I don't know what you should do. Maybe you should. I just read this book, Dope Fiend, by Donald Goins.
Mhm.
Maybe you should bang some heroin. Maybe take a snort of
I
cocaine.
think there's something to be said about sobriety, though, and that there is no shots being fired, but I think that there is a strength that comes to dealing with life sober all the time. Whereas, you know, everyone else is looking for an escape or a way out or like a temporary fix for the moment and to temporarily lose themselves because, you know, for whatever reason. But I think when it's just like, no
This
substance.
nigga ain't strong. He
Whatever.
not doing it because, I'm
No.
not gonna subject
No,
myself.
the shit is
to-
nasty, nigga.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Whatever.
The
Get
shit is
past it.
nasty.
Have the strength
No.
to get past it.
And it's nasty.
No.
Well, don't drink.
But
Do
at-
some weed.
No.
Why?
No. 'Cause I
Have
don't
you
like
been high?
smoking. No, never in my life.
Eat it.
I'm good.
See,
I
why?
believe Dare told us that situations like these are called peer pressure.
So I'm trying to help this nigga. Look at me. I'm having
Nigga,
fun.
At the end, even if I did do it, the problem still doesn't go away. The problem is
might.
still there.
No, it might dissipate.
No, it doesn't.
It might go away.
Yeah, for a moment.
That's all you need is a moment,
No.
and all you need to do is peer into that other world. At least now you know what to work towards.
But then the problem is when you come back to the reality and the problems are still there, then you always want to just run away from them in that escape.
Well, then don't do that. Don't do that.
But
It's
that's
like
usually how people they form habits and then they get addicted and then it's like they find themselves in this whirlwind of like substance usage or self-medicating themselves to escape and not actually handling the problems in their self mind.
well, I'm not addicted, and I drink every day. So, what they tell me?
Now you see what I deal with on a daily basis.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
what I deal with. But
Whatever. Point
but-
is,
what's the point?
or at least my point, at
Mhm.
least, is just you have to figure out what you want, right?
Mhm.
However you figure out what you want. All of us, we got to figure out what we want. And once you find out what you want, then you can find out how to get it or
Mhm.
where to find it. Now, if you're looking for any truth-telling in a club, that's not going to happen. The lights are off.
But I
People
think-
got makeup on. People are drinking. The whole thing is a fucking lie. So to even look for anybody to tell you the truth in a club, it's like, how's that even possible?
But you know what? It is to play devil's advocate. It is fair. Every now and then you may, in the night scene, you may come across something that seems genuine and real and outside of beyond all of the nightlife regularity that goes on, regular stuff that goes on. Like so, to be fair, like every once in a blue moon, I'll go out and I'll meet someone. I'm like, oh shit, this might actually bloom into something.
Every once in a while, I go fishing. I'm gonna make this quick. Every once in a while, a fish will jump in your boat.
Yeah.
But if you go fishing with no rod, expecting for a once in a while fish to just jump in your boat, you ain't fishing. You just wasting your fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the club for club shit. The shit you want ain't at the club. Stop going out to the club, or stop expecting these whores in clubs to give a shit about you.
But
No,
you
well,
didn't have any
I didn't have.
expectations.
I
You
didn't
said-
say. I never said I expected.
No,
I
you
just.
didn't.
I never said expectations. I never.
You
said.
said, hey,
No.
don't give me your number if you're not interested. Well, whatever.
Okay, that's not an
Because he
expectation.
thought they hit it off. And when you think you're hitting it off with somebody,
Because this is
you're
what.
gonna exchange
Because this is what also comes into is that a lot that I hear now is women talking about chivalry is dead and men don't be chivalrous. Why would a man want to be chivalrous if I go out, buy you a drink, show saying have a good conversation with you, and then turn around you do some fuck girl shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. So why would I go out and want to be chivalrous when all I can think about is I might not even talk to this bitch next day.
I've talked to you about this before, and we share this in common.
Mhm.
And it happened when it happened to both of us at different times with those two girls.
I mean, you can talk about it.
I know, whatever, but this is the thing. That situation, we can talk about that later, but you lame.
Yeah, I'm a lame nigga.
And I'm lame. And the problem is when you lame without money to negate the lameness, when girls find out you lame, when they a hot bitch, when they like whatever, then they stop talking to you.
But
some girls will go through your Instagram. I've had this happen before to me. I've talked to people. They'll get your number, right? And they into you, and then they'll go through your Instagram, sum up your life, and like, this nigga lame. And they don't even think that word, this nigga lame, it's just, he ain't this. Because obviously we do fucking doper shit than most people,
Of course.
So what's
in the
your
world.
definition of it?
What'd you say?
What's your definition?
Of lame? It's just, I think about this. So, there's two parties going on. There's a Will Smith party, and there's a Young Jeezy party. Now, clearly, Will Smith got more money, more famous people, all that stuff. You're gonna have a great time. Some girls just going to Young Jeezy's party. Fuck Will Smith. Will Smith is lame in that regard. It's some bitches, they want to fuck with some hood shit or some cool shit. I want to go to Little Boosie house. I want to go to Chris Brown's house. I
So
want to
like a
go.
Will Smith party and a Tiger party. Because I think
These
Tiger's
hoes is
good.
going to Tiger's party.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Alright.
That's what I'm talking about. When I say lame, like we do dope shit.
So y'all part of the Will Smith party. That's what you're saying.
If
So then
you
maybe-
had to put it in two categories,
So
and they
then-
keep finding you going to these fucking Young Jeezy clubs as Will Smith, and then they go to your Instagram like, this nigga ain't Young Jeezy, this nigga's Will Smith, and they stop talking to you. That's what happened to us. We're dating some chicks or whatever, and eventually it was like, y'all lame.
So then why not go to those venues where the crowd is more, there's a demand for Will Smith type guys?
That's what I do.
Like why not hang out in Santa Monica?
That's what I do.
or Long Beach.
That's what I do.
or-
I like those girls.
Yeah.
He don't. He
What?
like these ratchet hoes. And he lame. You can't get ratchet hoes as a
Yeah.
lame nigga. You either gotta
Nigga.
start lying or get some money.
That's not true. You could go. You could just. You might have
No.
to, do a little bit more filtering or whatever. But like, there's some spots.
I'm not saying
like
it's
in
impossible,
Inglewood,
but
like-
that's just, it's very difficult to be lame with regular money or no money and get these fine ass. You be showing me these big booty bitches that just their life is about drinking and twerking and stuff, and you can't get that. You lame.
Why they gotta be
Nigga.
bitches?
Who cares?
Hey,
They can
That's
be
just,
anything.
That's how we talk.
Okay.
It's
All
words. They're not
It's
here. I'll never call a woman a bitch to her face, but if they ain't here,
Oh, that's better.
I've never done that. I've never like, what's up, bitch? I feel like that's very disrespectful. But hoes that don't exist,
Almost
they,
disrespectful. Let's talk about-
these imaginary bitches. They don't exist. Anyway,
So
you can't
But-
do it. All right, stop. Get some
Nigga.
lame hoes. When we went out, that girl had leather pants, nigga.
which
That girl was wearing leather pants.
who?
When the two girls, I never say these hoes' names.
She didn't have no leather pants on.
They were shiny, okay? They were shiny. The point is, you can't date a bitch with shiny pants.
But all
You need to date a bitch with a skirt or a dress and some flats, and like those school shoes
this nigga comes
with a fucking bow tie on the top and some nice,
Nah, nigga.
cute, right? Some humble titties. You got all this ass on your
No.
Instagram. For what?
No, I don't.
Oh my! Open your Instagram. I guarantee you, the first picture that comes up.
I can't open my phone.
Oh, of course. How convenient. Fuck it. Turn that shit off and go to it. Just hit refresh. The first
But-
3 scrolls.
Okay, but what that
nothing but
that
ass.
But that has nothing to do with if
You-
that has nothing to do with what I talked to.
So
Girl
you-
didn't have no ass. So what you trying
Sure.
to justify?
Sure, she didn't have no ass.
She didn't.
You lame. Be lame. Come
No.
home with me. Come to the lame side.
Nigga,
Let's
I
get
am.
these very nice, meek
Uh,
women with humble titties.
Nigga, what we're talking about them old ass grandma titties that you
I
like?
said humble titties. Watch your mouth. Why would you say that?
'Cause that's what you like.
I like all titties. I'm just
Nah,
saying.
whatever.
This is
No,
for
you
you.
don't.
Come on now.
Come on.
What are we even talking about? What are we even talking
This-
about? We don't have to lie on me. That's
I'm not
ridiculous.
lying on
I'm
you.
trying to help you.
Nigga, you just said it last night.
What? I never said like old titties. Who says that?
You said you like some long ass,
I do.
sagging ass titties.
Sometimes.
That's some grandma titties.
No. Stop saying grandma. I don't know no grandmas. Long titties.
You might not know grandma, but they got some grandma titties.
Shut up. Shut up. I like all titties. We ain't talking about me.
Oh my goodness, this is too much for me.
You brought me on this show. You thought this was gonna be a podcast. This is an intervention. This is an intervention, nigga. I'm trying to help you.
This ain't no intervention.
I'm switching it up on you.
No, you're not, man. But
Anyway.
but let's get back. Let's get back to the
I don't mean to
topic at hand.
objectify women. I just find it very
Right.
funny for a
But
guy with glasses to call women bitches. Just looks weird.
but so tell me what are some expectations that you look for guys as you're dating right now in your life?
I'm very simple. Obviously there has to be a mutual attraction and good chemistry, sense of humor. And one thing I'm learning about myself, and it's something that I'm learning that a lot of guys on the West Coast are lacking in. I like a guy that has some depth. And when I say that, I want a guy who may not necessarily have to know what a struggle is, but I mean, like, have gone through a struggle, but someone who is aware that, you know, there are people out here who go through shit, or that life happens, or that mistakes happens, or that, you know, life can just be really fucked up.
So no white boys.
And that's the thing, because I don't discriminate. I adore white guys, but a lot of them don't, they're lacking in that on this coast of the country, because I moved here from New York, and I grew up in Ohio. And one thing that I'm noticing here, not just the white guys, like
No, I'm
a lot of the
talking
other
about
guys,
you.
like it's just like, yo, you have no depth, like you know no struggle, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when the slightest inconvenience or the slightest thing that is unfamiliar to what you're used to, if that throws you off or you don't know how to handle that, like, then we're not gonna work out, you know. So I guess that is the one thing, because I like to keep an open mind. I like to, you know, not get too caught up in preferences and, you know, this. But that is something that I do. Like, I like someone who has that, someone with character, someone who knows or is aware that there are people out there, that struggles exist, that shit happens, that life happens, and it's not all beaches and sunshine and, like, moderately great weather all year round. You know, and that's what a lot of people out here, I'm noticing that a lot of guys that I meet out here are kind of spoiled by that, and, you know, spoiled in a lot of other ways, and it's just, you know, whereas in New York, everyone's out there grinding, like, even in Ohio, like, everyone's just grinding, and, like, we all just, like, kind of, like, and not necessarily a struggle together, but we're all, like, pushing for something or whatever, and nothing's really given to you in New York, whereas here, a lot of things, I feel like people, I don't know.
So that's what you look for, and when you're dating, what are some things you expect? Because I'm very interested into that. Like, okay, you're going out, or you're either out or you're going out.
Mm-hmm.
You expect what from a guy? I expect you to.
You know what? For me, I'm very different. I don't know, maybe I'm not though. I'm very simple. Just be kind, be cool, be chill. It's definitely a bonus if you're like opening doors for me and stuff. It's like, oh shit, like, okay. I had a date the other day with this guy, and he was just all about opening doors, and that hasn't happened to me in a little minute. So I was like taken back, and I was opening the doors myself and shit. And he was coming around the car, and I had already opened it. I'm like, oh shit, like you were coming to open the door. Like, I'm sorry. But I love that. Like, I think everyone would love that. Or even when you're walking on the sidewalk and the guy walks on the outside of you, and then somehow y'all manage to switch places, but he purposely places himself on the other side of you while y'all walk. Like little things like that. It's like, oh shit, this guy cares. You know? But I guess when I'm out with a guy, I just want to know that he's interested.
It's just making me so angry right now, listening to this. Because I know that she's telling the truth, and there's a part of women that want that, but it's another part that hate that shit.
Yeah. But I feel
when
like
it's coming from a certain dude.
But I feel like they I feel like they only hate it when they're not into the guy that much.
Exactly.
That's the only time that a guy can do everything. She's open the door, walk on the side, hold hands, and do everything. But if she's not into the guy, it doesn't matter.
And it's the same vice versa. If the guy's not really into the girl, he's not going to be going out of his way to, you know, do all of that stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll say this much. I was talking to my mother about this, and you give me your opinion on it. Every girl that I ever really liked or showed some real life interest to, like just non-pimp game, no
ass and titties, bitches and hoes.
no, none of that. No, because no comedy. Like I can spin a web with comedy, and you know, I'm just straight up. Hey, I'd love to take you out, and all that stuff. Let's go out. Let's have a good time. Let's go out for tea. We don't have to drink. Let's just go out. I'm out on a date. Like, hey, you know, this is very fun. I'm having a lot of fun with you right now. The second the girl feels like I like her too much or she got me, it's fucking over. It's over. It's over. Any girl I show some real, like, it's almost like if I like you, then they don't like me. Now, I've dated enough girls to know this is a fucking pattern. And I've tested it in a relationship. When I stop liking a girl, then they like me. The longest I've dealt with girls is when I wasn't chivalrous, or I don't return text messages and I'm out and she don't know where I'm at. Or if I text good morning to every girl I've ever texted good morning to, every girl, eventually it was stopped. Just stopped. So my thought is if you like a girl, not too much, just if you like her, she don't like you. Every girl that's ever liked me, I was like, get out of my face. I smush her first. That's how I meet girls. I smush them, and then they like, I like you. That's not true. But you get the fucking point.
I get the fun point because the same thing with me is that when
Why is that? Is my point.
Is that any time that I show the interest of
Real genuine interest
of where I want to do the taking you out, open the car door, might want to send you flowers, do anything that similar nature is like, oh no, fuck that.
Okay, all right. But there's this, and what both of y'all are saying is very true. But it's also in girl world, it's the same thing. There are guys that will straight W if you're like into them, and like we all talked about this. Like there's something, and even guys say this. There's something about the chase element, and if a guy doesn't feel like he's chasing after something, he'll just W. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, and it's just a weird thing. And I find myself, I've gone on dates with guys, I've hung out and dated guys who I was very much into, who dubbed me, you know, and I made myself totally available to them and like did all kinds of stuff for them, and ended up getting played. So I think it's all of us, and I think that's the curse of life, and the curse of human nature, and it's not something that's gonna come easy. It's something we all kind of have to deal with. Y'all got to deal with. People say that, you know, a lot of women are just looking for a guy to make them feel insecure, but then make them feel good at the same time because we got daddy issues. So I mean, this is what someone. This is a theory that I heard. And then also, you know, I have to deal with guys who prefer to chase after someone and not just have something given to them, like your love or affection or whatever it is. Like,
I don't mind
and
a lot.
not every single guy is like that, and not every single woman is like that.
I get it. I get what you're saying because you can make it both sides, but I think girls got a lot longer history of playing people. Like
oh yes.
When you say like get played, like okay, stop. I've never ghosted anybody. I don't know too many guys that have ghosted. Like it takes some balls. Like people be saying men are dogs or whatever, and like. I guess, but we actually pretty fucking nice, man. I've never just stopped returning a girl's call. I don't even know how to do that. I've been in multiple 1 year, one night stands. Cause it's like, I don't know how, look, I've fucked at least 5 girls just because they liked me. I didn't like them. I was doing the Lord's work. I don't know no girls that do that. I don't know no girls that's like, this nigga like me. I'm gonna let him get this. Just because he liked me so much. And you know some of these girls that I fuck.
I do that.
Fine, all right, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So, but let me point.
You're nice. You like me. I'm gonna get this.
Okay, but let me talk about this though, and this is just a general question. You know, this ain't just pointed to one specific girl or whatever. But doing that, do you feel like now you how do you feel about hurting them in the long run?
What do you mean?
Is because you know that they really like you, and you know you don't like them, but you still fucking them. Mm-hmm. Now, when you get the awkward conversation of you know, they want to be more with you, and you don't want it, how do you deal with it then?
Cautiously. It's not easy.
That was heavy.
It's not easy, but I do it cautiously. Now, some people.
Because that's a lot of power holding somebody's heart in your hands.
Well, here's the thing, man. I also try not to feel guilty for that stuff. Because think about it. Your whole heart? That's not fair. That's not fair. Like, we have a night, we fuck or whatever, or we hanging out for a month, and you like, I love you. Come on now. That's unfair. Now you holding me hostage with your emotions. You gonna fucking cry and say I'm gonna kill myself and because we've been fucking for a month, bitch? That's not fair. So you don't get to just say I love you in a month.
Okay, let's water down the love conversations like that and infatuation. Because infatuation, I feel like is very strong and it's very much underplayed. Have you never fallen? It could be infatuation, it could be love. Have you never fallen for someone that you were really into, that you liked, that you ended up having sex with?
Oh, that I had sex with? No. All the girls I really like never let me nothing. That's not true. I couldn't get it up with this one girl. That's a whole nother story. But no, Every girl
But
I
if it were to happen, you just said that they wanted you, but you didn't want them. So let's reverse the roles here. Let's say one of the girls that you were really at gave you the shot, and then y'all ended up getting intimate, and you were just like head over heels. Your mind's blown. You're there.
If she said I'm not, if she said what I say to these girls, look, I like you a lot, or not even a lot, because I don't say that. I say, hey, I like you. I like what we're doing, but I'm not looking for all that. Maybe later, maybe not, but right now I'm enjoying it. If a girl said that to me and I was head over heels for her, I'd be like, bitch, bet. Whatever I can get, I'll take. No problem. But they don't do that. They cry. And they lie. You know how many girls I dated, they said, or was fucking, they said, I ain't looking for nothing serious. And a month later, they're like, so what are we? You liar. You lied to me. You said you weren't looking for nothing serious.
Some kind of
everybody,
like intimacy.
For the majority of the time, almost everybody lied in the beginning.
Exactly, and I feel like the hookup culture that's plagued our society has turned into like this social norm, and the reality is, for the most part, it doesn't really work. Because while we're both agreeing that okay, this is just going to be NSA, no strings attached, there's going to be some strings. Someone's going to catch feelings. I'm going to catch feelings. Or you're going to catch feelings. I'm going to like it and you too much or more than you want, and then my feelings are going to end up being fucked, or vice versa. It doesn't really work.
I don't think I've lied. But maybe that's just me. So I can't put what I do on men. But I'm just saying, what? When I say lie, like I ain't never been like, I ain't looking for nothing serious.
It doesn't matter.
And then try to
it doesn't matter what form or whatever. You have lied before.
I'm talking about that thing. I've had a girl straight up tell me, I said, hey, do you remember when we had this conversation like a month ago where you said, I'm not looking for nothing serious, and I would never try to put pressure on you or anything like that. We had this conversation a bunch of times, but we just had it a month ago. She told me, I lied. Okay, and now I'm hurt. So now what we gonna do? What the fuck?
So now at that point,
she's not a fleshlight, like she's a human being.
That's true. But now that we know that you lied, now we have to work through that. You asked me, how do I handle hurting them? Okay, you lied, so had you not, we probably wouldn't be here. But that's okay. Now you're here. I'm going to reiterate my truth. I'm not looking for anything serious. And if you are, and it's too much for you to continue in the fashion that we have been going, then maybe we should just stop it here. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to ever talk to you again or anything like that, but if we got to roll back the time that we hang out, or you need to take some time, that's fine. But I don't want to continue a situation where you feel led on.
Okay.
But and then that happens for a fucking year, and then it's...
But what about that? Okay, so what? Is it just literally you come in, y'all both get your rocks off, and you leave? Or is there conversation? Is there cuddling? Is there pillow talk? Is there we watching movies?
No, I am not a fuckboy like that. Like, this one girl I'm talking about, she literally told me, she said, you don't get, which was weird, she said, you don't have the right to make somebody feel special. I said, what does that mean? Because she was like, we just fucking. And I'm like, hey, we just fucking, no problem. Hey, I'm going to this thing. You want to come? She come over there. I just got this movie. You want to watch it? Okay, or we out in that whole, I'm walking on this side of the street or whatever, whatever. We're hanging.
So y'all fucking and hanging.
Yeah, I ain't never.
So what you explain?
Hey.
You can't. You just. We just gonna
but
be
see,
friends. And
this
you gonna
is,
let me use your pussy for a minute.
But see, this is the problem.
Going back to being friends.
This is the problem, right? Why is it that we can't just fuck and just have fun? So where's the fucking middle ground? So I can't treat you nice and fuck you?
Intimate. Sex is you're bringing someone into your body.
I get it. So we fucking, and I'm nice, and that's wrong. That's what you told me. Cause all that stuff, hanging out and walking on this side of the thing, opening the door, paying for this. Then what else can I do? Fucking be mean?
If the intent is just to be fuck buddies, then it shouldn't go any further than that.
Because there should be no cuddling,
there should be no pillow talk, there should be no hanging out, because then more emotions are going to get involved, especially if you're good in bed.
I don't like that.
Because now this next part I'm about to get to. Now this next part I'm about to get to is just like what you brought up. Doing that, you didn't do what you was doing is what you naturally do as a man.
I was just raised that way.
That's what you naturally do as a man.
Yeah.
Hold on, what's all that for?
Well, that's-
I'm listening. Go ahead. Go
So,
ahead.
Gender
No.
roles.
Yeah, gender.
Let's not say as a man, I was raised that
That's
way.
like you was raised that way. You know what I'm saying?
As a but,
raised to use someone for sex, and then let's hang out and treat them like how you would treat if you're fucking. The only thing that's missing is the girlfriend label. If we're fucking and we're hanging out and we're cuddling and we're talking, we watching movies together and all of that. That's relationship type shit. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do that with other girls.
Okay, but that person doesn't know that. You're not. Yeah,
She did.
You're not talking with her saying, "Oh yeah, so I did this the other day with the other girl." And when y'all together,
This girl I'm talking about, we kind of did. Only difference was the reason it was more tolerable for me at the time. She was talking about having sex with other girls, and I was like, "Well, I don't care. Tell me the story." She's like, it's crazy. 2 days. Hey, no problem. But anyway, it didn't matter. I'm giving too many details right now. But the point is, the chivalry, right? That's just normal. If I'm out with a girl and I got the money, I'm gonna pay for it.
Of course.
When I'm out with this guy, if I got the money, I'll pay for it.
Same here.
And vice versa. We ain't fucking. We just good friends. So me and this girl, if we hanging, and we friends, and we fucking, why do I not get to do? How do I get to fuck people? I just gotta fuck them and then just leave. Now I'm a fuck boy, so I can't be chivalrous because I'm expected to be a boyfriend, and I can't be a fuck boy because that's bad. So when do I get to fuck?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's okay to use, because that's what it is. I mean, when it's all said and done, that's what it is. Do you think it's okay to use people for sex?
Well,
It's a yes or no question.
Okay. If it's a yes or no question, I'm gonna say yeah. How else do you have sex?
So your daughter, let's say your daughter, your sister, your mama.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be okay for someone to just use them for sex.
Not just.
No, this is what it is. It's like it's literally.
That's not even possible to just use it. Like
Sure
that's
it
a
is.
prostitute. We don't say no words. It's just like, hey, come over now, and then I fuck them, and then
Hey,
they
how you doing? How you
leave.
been? Boom, bang, bang, bang. That's it. Oh, good seeing you. Thanks. Take care. Out. That's what a fuck buddy is.
You know, that's okay. As long as it's like normal. Like I've had in the past. I've had a situation like that in Detroit, right? Where she like, hey, if I show your old phone, I can show you. She's like, hey, what's up with that dick? And I'm like, I drop it off and then I leave. What's wrong with that?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You said if it's my mom or my daughter, the game don't change because it's my mom or daughter.
Under those circumstances, all right, then you're less likely to find yourself in a situation that you just told me about with the homegirl saying what are we, and she's catching feelings and stuff like that. When it's super platonic like that, sure. But me personally, I think meaningless sex is not the answer. I'm not gonna say it's wrong because I do it myself, but I think it's unhealthy for humans to use other humans.
I don't like that word use.
But that's what it is.
What do you mean by use? That sounds like
using
a
somebody
thing.
to get your rocks off. That's
No,
what it is.
We're coming to that's like saying if we play catch, I'm using you for catch. No, we're playing catch.
We are engaging in an activity together.
Yes,
like
a
sport.
sexual activity.
Right.
We both want to do a thing.
But sex is very intimate. It's not like a game of volleyball.
Here's the thing.
It's
Okay,
literally someone and someone
let me
else's
say
body.
this. Let me say this. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Ryan, now tell me if I'm wrong.
Endorphins.
Is it that you want a relationship,
Say again.
but you want a relationship? So that's one of the reasons why when you do deal with these women, even though that you say that you was raised to be chivalrous and stuff like that, that you do it and it comes natural to you. But I'm saying that you want a relationship, but because of the situation that you is in your life right now, you don't want the commitment. So
That
you
is
want,
true.
so you want, you want to fuck, and you want the company, but you don't want to be held to the responsibility.
I've made a
of being
joke about this.
of being the boyfriend.
Yeah, I made a joke about this, and it's kind of true. It's pretty much true, but it just sounds messed up.
No, because
which is I want. This is fucking awful. I want my rich girlfriend. I don't want whatever girl I can get now. If I can get you now, you probably ain't the one, because it's gonna be. This is my thought, right? There's gonna be a Tiana Taylor of me being on. I want her. I don't want you. You. If you like this Ron, okay, then you ain't the one. What if we go together, right? And then fucking, I don't know, another Kardashian come out. You know, they drop them hoes like cars. And she like me. I want to be like Kanye and I met you when I was poor. You're just some regular girl. Get the fuck out of here. I want the successful thing that I can get. Imagine if like the car that I bought right now was the only car I could drive forever. And now I'm rich and a fucking new Lambo come out. And I can't get that bitch because I got a Camry. And it's not like this Camry ain't shit.
You're comparing people to cars.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I am.
Listen,
Yes, I am.
But I feel you 100%.
Now, I'll lease.
Listen,
I will lease a
about-
bitch. I will lease you. But that's 2-3 years, and I need to be able to opt out.
But this is how.
The objectification.
But I feel you because this. I want a girlfriend. I want to be in a relationship right now. I honestly do.
We all
But
do.
But the thing about it is, it's the same mindset almost. Though is that I'm working to be something different.
Yeah.
And when I get something different, when I do, get
I
to
don't
that
know
level,
how I'm gonna feel.
I want to be able to be like, shit, what's up? Saying to.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel then. That's really the truth. Because now I'm gonna be serious with you.
And that's kind of valid. I mean, I get it. You see, you get all of these stars that have their wives and stuff that were with them when they were on the come up, and then they're famous and they're a big name, and then next thing you know, they're banging all these other girls, cheating on their wives like Denzel or LL or whatever. So I get that, but then it's like, why even deal with the person in the first place? And then you have artists that actually praise women for sticking with them before they come up, and then you see who's genuinely for you and in your corner, and not just using you because you're a name.
But nobody trying to be with me on my come up.
Well,
Well,
that's
you
all
don't know
knows.
that.
Yeah,
Just like I don't know who, if someone really wants to be with me when I come up, but what.
And of course, it's not really. It's not, I don't really mean like, oh, when I'm famous or whatever, because who knows about any of that shit. But in real life, it's simply until I'm at a point where I know exactly, I got a good grasp on how I'm gonna feel. Then I can do some committing. But this is a whole nother story, and we won't have to go off on no crazy tangent. But this is my thing. I've had 2 girlfriends, and the fact that I can't collect is that bothers me a little bit. Because I would commit if I could add, but you got to switch out. Yo, I like you a lot, and her. And now let's be a family. But that's wrong. You can't do that, and that's a whole
So
nother
you're
situation.
pro polygamy.
See, people use that word, and
It is
fine,
what it is.
fine, but yeah.
Nah, fuck that
Okay,
shit.
so can the girls have other boys?
Nah, fuck
Here's
that
the
shit.
thing. Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Here's the thing. Can they? Now, I've had these conversations. Trust me. Women typically don't want to do that. Now, if you want to do it because I'm doing it, which is how the family I had got messed over, it was like she didn't like the fact that I had both of them, one of them, and that was its own problem. Don't worry about what I got. Okay, I worked for this. No. It would be different if I got y'all, okay, and one of y'all got another somebody somewhere. That's fine.
Okay, it's fair.
But see, that wasn't the case. It was, why you get both of us? I don't like that. Who are you to have both of us? I'm the motherfucker that made it happen. So can the girl go off and have, sure, but how many houses can you live in, right? If I got 2 girlfriends and they live with me, well, how they gonna live somewhere else? I can have more women. That's just biology. A woman can only be pregnant with one man's baby at a time. I can impregnate as many women as I want at any time. Biologically, women are supposed to be with a guy at least for 9 months. After 9 months, you want to switch up, that's fine. But I can impregnate 9 women at the same day, and I can have them all in my house. If you're pregnant, whose house you gonna stay? Whose house you gonna stay at? All 9 of your boyfriends? No. That one. Now, in today's society, we made it seem like it's a bad thing, but I mean, some stuff is it just is what it is.
But it doesn't work. I have a friend who's trying the polygamy situation with a guy, and
it's difficult.
It's her, this guy, and this other girl. And he's been with the other girl longer. Like, he's been with the other girl for like 2 years or for a couple years or whatever. But he's crazy about my homegirl. So much so that my homegirl is pregnant And he done been with this other bitch for like, with this other, I call her, she's not a bitch, she's a woman. He's been
So
with this other girl.
She came on our side.
For, no, that was too much. He's been with this other woman for 3 years.
I don't get it.
And then but the reality is, and the homegirl even reached out to my homegirl. She said, you know, I just have to adjust to the fact that, you know, you're in the picture, whatever. But the reality is, he likes my friend more than he likes her. But they're in a polygamy situation.
For now, you always gonna fuck with the
but
new
so
shit
my point is, right, so my point is, someone always gets fucked over. Someone always gets their feelings hurt. So it's really no different than just y'all both being single, and then you just using this person conveniently for sexual, whatever, and then just going off and doing your thing.
No.
Because when you add this committed relationship type layer to it or label on it, then it gets complicated, and then someone's gonna get their feelings hurt, and it's not a healthy
People
situation.
get their feelings hurt,
and people settle for it because they may feel like, oh well, this is as good as it gets, or whatever. They're trying to be compliant, or they don't even know until they're approached with the reality of coexisting with another spouse. They don't know whether or not they can handle it. And homegirl agreed to this, and now that my homegirl came in the picture, she's questioning whether or not she's really about this life.
That's up to the guy.
But my point is,
if he can, it can work. Not only
for
can
the
it
guy,
work.
yeah, sure.
No. Not only can it work, people don't realize the idea of marriage is new in comparison to how long life has existed. That's normally how it's been. Most other countries it's polygamy, if that's what you want to call it. Like monogamy is not. That ain't even natural. This shit is like 100 years old.
If it's not natural, then why do we want it?
We don't. You think you want McDonald's? It's advertised to you.
Okay, now I agree with
That's
that.
conditioning.
I know.
You think you wanted to wear, like, girls aren't born wanting to wear bras. It's a thing that's in our society.
I'm not wearing a bra.
I'm just saying, whatever. Fucking panties, a dress,
Shoes,
whatever.
shirts,
Girl stuff.
pants,
No. I'm saying
glasses,
stuff that you call
earrings.
girl stuff, right? Nobody's born wanting to wear. That's part of our society. So when you say, why do women want to be married, or why do we want marriage? Well, what else do you know? That's all you know. That's life. It's in our history books. It's in our movies.
Is it marriage or is it commitment? Because I can do without the marriage label.
Commitment. All it is women want to be taken care of, and men want to take care of some shit. That's it. Now, where it comes from, how long it lasts, and who it's with, and all that stuff, that's extra. Those are details. But at the end of the day, the science behind it is men, and we can go into what's a man, but I'm not going into that shit. Men want to take care of some shit. Women want to be taken care of.
Yeah, they want to be taken care of,
That's
protected.
it.
That's it.
That's it. So when you say polygamy doesn't work, not only does it work, it has worked for more than it didn't work, or more than it, because it's illegal here, unless you're in Utah or Muslim or some other shit. But that's normally how it is.
So in the situation that I just described to you, is it working, yes or no?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know him, and I only know what you told me. But fucking monogamous people have problems. There's going to be problems anywhere. You got to work. And the more work you do, the easier things will be. You got to put in work. Now, if you get this new girl, if you ain't got the sense enough to show equal amount of attention or make that other girl feel secure, that's on you. That's like if you two parents and you have a kid, and then you have another kid, and all you do is show the new baby attention, well, now you're neglecting this one. You can't do that.
So does it work?
What, having 3 kids?
Having two baby mamas living under the same roof with you, does it work?
It can, just
It
like
can,
marriage
it
can.
can.
Like, that's actually, if the divorce rate is 50%, then marriage don't work.
That's because people are getting married for the wrong reasons. I
Okay,
mean, so
people
many
being
people got
polygamous
married
for the wrong reasons. You got to, if you don't have sense enough to make these women feel secure, then you can't be a polygamist.
So what's your reason behind polygamy?
I just told you.
But because you were designed to reproduce with 9 different women? Like what is it?
It's not about design. For me, it's desire.
You have a desire to have more than one.
Just
more than
the
one.
same way that I might want to have some people only look to have 1 kid.
That's cool. But
That's all they want.
nigga,
Some
you
people want a bunch of kids.
Nigga, so you telling me the same troubles you have with one female, you want to deal with multiple?
Look, again, I know it's like
Like
whatever,
nigga,
but
like seriously.
I can ask you the same thing about fucking kids. You got to change 12 diapers? You got to go send 12 kids to college? You got to fucking...
It's two different things.
Why? You got to take care of kids. The only thing that's
you have
different...
to take
But
care
if
of
you
kids.
have 9
but
wives, you're gonna have 9. What if each wife wants a kid?
Then no, I got 9 kids.
Okay.
That's life.
But it's different taking care of kids than it's different than taking care of a woman.
Why? It's
Because-
harder to take care of kids.
I didn't say
You
that.
gotta
I didn't-
fucking raise
I
them.
didn't say the level of what it is. I said it's different.
Why? Why is it different?
Because you're dealing with different emotions when you're dealing with a woman and you're dealing with kids.
Says who? Why?
So you have the same emotions that you have towards your wife, towards your kids.
Wait. I'm dealing with different emotions. What does that mean? If they're different, they're different. Says, okay, fine. I feel differently about you the way I feel about my brother and a girl that I fucked.
So
What's different is different. Who cares?
So
It's the foundation and the work through, the follow through of having 3 girlfriends is the same as having 3 kids.
No.
The only difference is it's more difficult to raise 3 kids. These women, at least they grown.
No.
That's 18 years I ain't got to worry about. And you saying, no, nigga, I've done it. And I just gave you the history.
You did it at a small capacity.
Exactly.
You
I did it when I was 22, nigga, with no money.
At a small capacity. Imagine actually being married and living with these bitches for multiple years.
What's the problem?
These bitches.
What's the problem?
These women.
Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult?
Why? Okay. Why is it difficult?
Person who hasn't done it, who's done no research
I'm not
on
saying-
it. Why is it difficult?
No, because why I haven't done research on it? No, I have not. But I'm just going off of dealing with one female. Well, I'm saying like this: is there guys out there and women that can do it? Because people that's living it, and there's people that have done it, and they done it successfully.
Exactly.
Yes, it has.
Everybody ain't fit to be a parent.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is that for I'm just speaking for me. For me, it wouldn't work.
Exactly.
Because it wouldn't work.
Right.
But what I'm asking you is, what I'm saying is that you're telling. So I'm asking you, you really feel like the same way that you deal with the women is the same way you're gonna deal with kids?
I don't know, because I don't have kids. I'm just telling you that
So how you gonna say
I'm
that you can
telling you
deal
that
with them
the
the same?
baseline-
You just told me
I'm gonna
the
tell
same
you.
thing.
I'm
You just
gonna-
told me I haven't
I'm
learned
going
anything.
to tell you, because
Okay.
the baseline things that you have to do, I've been a kid. I know that much. I know what was done for me. I've also had girlfriends, and I know what I had to do for them. That's what I'm going off of. You got to take care of kids. You got to send them to school. You got to wash their ass. You got to teach them their ABCs. There's a lot of shit. You got to pay for them. Okay, I ain't got to do none of that with these girls. All I got to do is make sure they happy. And if I want some...
What you mean you ain't got to pay for them?
No. I
If
said...
you got more than multiple wives, you taking care of them.
No.
You gotta
I
make
said-
sure they clothes.
No, I said
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about all of that. I don't got to teach no girl her ABCs. If I do, something wrong.
That's one, but you still, but even in
All of
even
that
in a
kid shit, I ain't got to worry about. All I got to worry about is making sure they're happy and paying for
it's
them.
not that simple, bro.
I'm simplifying it. Nothing
Okay.
is that simple. But it's as simple as this. It wouldn't work for you. Some people don't want no kids. Some people ain't fit to have kids and have a bunch of kids. So you can be a bad polygamist, just like you can be a bad boyfriend. You can be a bad husband. You can be a bad dad. My issue is not with whether or not somebody wants to do it. My issue is that in this society, it's deemed wrong and it's illegal. It is not illegal to be a deadbeat dad, but it's acceptable. We understand it. It's not illegal to have a girlfriend. It's not illegal for 2 guys to get married or 2 girls to get married, but it's illegal for me, if I'm fit for it, to have 2 wives. That's not fair. That's not fair. And it's demonized. It's okay to have, which I'm not a Bible banger, I ain't even a Christian. In the Bible, it says being gay is wrong. And we accept it as America. Now, that's not me, that's the Bible. And when I say America, America fucks with the Bible. When you go to court, you put your hand on the Bible. True. In that book, True. It says it's wrong and it's bad and you're going to go to hell. And we accept it. Okay? Mm-hmm. But we don't accept polygamy, which is in the Bible, and is accepted. And it's illegal. Now, I'm not going to tell you, gays shouldn't be able to get married, but god damn, this shit is in the Bible. And I can't do it. And when I do it without the marriage, let's say fuck it, I ain't gonna get married. I'm just gonna have all these girlfriends. You misogynistic piece. How dare you? And you must be dealing with weak. Excuse me, bitch. Did you read your Bible? Okay, this is all right. They're happy. We're happy, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's why it's difficult for me to commit right now, because in this society, I would have to sit down. Let's say y'all was convinced, right? I'm not saying y'all. Let's say y'all left this podcast and was like, damn. That nigga got a point. I would have to have this conversation with every girl almost every day for me to be able to commit. If I can collect, hey, I like you. I feel like I feel like we can have a great life together. I might get somebody else as well.
You keep saying collect, like what, like is it?
That's just because that's just a funny term. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Add to the family, expand my family. How about expand my family?
Go collect your 200.
Right, expand my family, because that's what you say when you're having another kid, right? I'm expanding. Hey, we are a unit, and I'm looking to expand this unit. They're gonna be like, get the fuck out my face. Well, I'm sorry, I can't commit to you right now. I might want to switch up.
So I have a question. So that being said, you have never met anyone in your entire life who you, in your mind, was just willing and open to just being exclusive with. Naturally. Not forced another. You're like, yo, you know what? I would never fuck with anybody else. If I had this one, if I was with this person, they would be it for me.
Well, here's the deal.
You said one.
Yeah, here's the deal. Now, it could be said that everything, all this shit I'm spewing, somebody could say you're damaged based off what I'm getting ready to say right now. That feeling that you're talking about, although it was immature, meaning I don't even know what the rest of my life is about. Mm-hmm. At that time, I didn't even do comedy. I didn't even know comedy was. I was in fucking high school.
That's okay. That's still fair. Mm-hmm.
That strong, fucking guttural feeling where it's like anything, whatever you want. I didn't even know how to talk to girls. Like literally, didn't even understand what that was about.
What you mean that feeling?
I mean, I haven't had that feeling since. But you know what?
Something that you come across every day.
I know.
You come across every day.
I know.
But
this is what I'm saying. This girl was a friend of mine, and that feeling was so strong. It was in my mind. It was a no-brainer. I was like, oh, this feeling goes with this puzzle, goes into this piece. Okay, it didn't happen. We're still friends to this day. She's married with 3 kids. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, I don't have the same feeling I had when I was 16. That's 11 years ago. But I already had that, and it didn't happen. So my introduction to feeling, women or liking women is rejection. Not rejection, but is it not happening? So it don't mean shit for me to not get a girl I want, whatever. So I'm gonna do what I want.
You're gonna work with what you got.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna work with what I got. I'm just saying the whole idea of the one. Okay, well I felt the one and it didn't happen. So maybe it's not. Society told me that feeling is for that one.
But you just said.
I genuinely felt that for that girl, and then I felt something similar. I mean, I'll never be 16 again, so that feeling won't be. I bust nuts all the time, but the first one was different. I'm never gonna get that one back, so that's over. But I've had that feeling for different girls. So that changes.
So you're telling me
it fucking changes.
In your adulthood, you have not felt that for nobody.
It'll never feel like that again.
I'm not saying felt like that, but you never had that feeling of just one of this one person.
Have had it, but now I'm in control of it. Just like I can
guarded.
Not guarded. It's just like you gotta remember, this is school, so this is somebody I'm seeing every day for years. Mm-hmm. Now I know what the beginning of that feeling looks like when I meet somebody. So and we can hang out for a month, and I know what it feels like. But it's like I'm not gonna fuck around and let my thoughts go wild about a girl, and then there's no way I would have been able to get that girl because I had built her up in my mind so much, but I didn't even know that's what was happening. It's like having an accidental orgasm. Like if I knew I was building up, I probably would have stopped it or some shit, I can control my feelings now. I'm not saying I'm guarded.
So you tell me you control your feelings over. I ain't gonna put no names out there. Find out how you feel about that. But you tell me you control your feelings over. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't. You might have to give me a situation or something.
So you telling me Thanksgiving, you wasn't controlling your feelings over her.
Absolutely. I ain't give a fuck. Nigga, you
Nigga.
talking about some shit that happened here?
Yes.
Well, you making it seem like I cried or something.
No, but
He's talking about a girl that I was
Nigga.
feeling. I only went out with 3 times.
nigga,
She ghosted me.
and you was fucked a little bit over
No, I was. It was very interesting, and I was very, and I'm not even trying to like cover my own tracks. But come on now, let's be real. I wasn't fucked up. I ain't been fucked up since I was 15.
I didn't say you was fucked up.
I had never been
I just
ghosted.
said that she fucked with you over that situation.
It wasn't her. It was, I had heard about ghosting. I had never experienced it. And it was infinitely interesting. And because everything was going great. So it'd be different if there was a reason that I was aware of. Now, I could have called her. Or I couldn't have. I don't know if she blocked me. I don't remember. I just texted her.
And she never responded back.
And I texted her again. And then I called her. And I ain't no dummy. It didn't go straight to voicemail. She didn't pick up. I went, oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. I never got blocked or nothing. I'll never bother a girl, a woman. I'll never bother nobody. Okay? It didn't. The only thing that was fucked up about or was interesting about that situation is it happened. It's like, wow, I wonder why.
It was unexpected.
It was unexpected, and to this day, I don't know why.
And
I don't give a fuck.
and that goes back to at the beginning of the pocket. It was unexpected for me. That's how that's a better way of saying it. Of the situation that happened last week. It was just unexpected.
Yeah, that was weird. To this day, like, and I've seen her since then. We ain't even talk about it. She called me and asked for your number. I wasn't like, hey, wait a minute, what was that about? I don't give a fuck. Hey, you got Brandon's number? Who's this? You know who this is? Excuse me? I didn't know who it was till she said that. I was like, this dirty bitch. Yeah, I'll text you his number. No, okay, no hard feelings. So yeah, I don't give a fuck. Commitment? Sure. Can I collect you like a Pokemon?
So
Are you down with the family? Huh? I can go out here and suck as much dick as I want, but I can't do the Lord's work. Huh? I'm promised 72 virgins. Hello? That's what he promised me.
I can't.
But I can act in sodomy, and that's okay.
So while we out here throwing our laundry out there,
Uh-huh.
I want to get to my PIMP over here.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not a pimp, bro.
so let me tell you this.
I'm seeing one guy right now.
That's now. That's now. Let me tell you what happened on Valentine's Day.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm interested now.
No.
So, this is my friend Randy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is her roommate.
Oh, really?
Slash best friend.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, on Valentine's Day, for the nice guy that I am,
Mm-hmm.
For my 2 friends, because they've been there for me,
Mhm.
and they do stuff for me. I went out, got them an edible arrangement, saying for them to split, say Happy Valentine's Day for the 2 of them.
Man, you are so nice.
One that's sweet.
Yeah.
Good
So,
friend, good friend.
when I get to the house,
Mhm.
I walk in, it's a whole bunch of shit on the table. So I'm looking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got them, a happy, Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
right.
Turns to find out
Mm-hmm.
that it's a dude that was, into her,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't have the same interest back.
Mm-hmm.
He come bringing all type of goodies and stuff for Valentine's Day. He fall on the ground, can't barely
Women are
hold,
evil, bro.
can't barely hold the stuff, while she's in the car about to go to dinner with somebody else.
Yo, that's the fucking. That's
Hold
what
on.
I'm talking about, man.
But this is how women work.
That's why we call them bitches,
This
man.
is how women work. Her best friend seen what was going on and intercepted and helped bring the stuff in the house so she can leave on her date. So the other dude wouldn't know that it was another dude.
Well,
in there.
at least whoever did that intercepting,
Mhm.
it had a heart.
Shout out to Randy.
Had a heart.
Shout out to Randy.
Now, whoever was just gonna let this nigga go and cry,
Shout
that's fucked up.
out to Randy, my AKA fuck girl.
Had at least had a little bit of a heart, cause it's just, yo, why do y'all do that? Women talk about the shit that guys do. At least we are driven by something that we damn near can't control. We want to come.
Whoa.
Women will
In my
siphon
defense-
your life force
No, I did not
at
ask him.
the idea of maybe
this,
getting
now,
a chance.
Hold on. Now, a little bit of the fuck girl about to come out. Come on, say
Not
it.
even.
Say it.
Yo.
Because I know what she about to say. Go ahead
I
and say it.
didn't ask for any of those gifts. I never led homeboy on to believe that there was anything there. He just
How did he know where to send it?
He just so happened to, because he works with Randy. They work together. He's a coworker of Randy. I came up to see her.
Oh,
He saw me at the job, and he was feeling me. And you know, the
Who the fuck was?
Oh,
And I
that's
never-
different.
I never,
Which job is this?
I'm not that. We are not about to air
Oh, okay.
Randy's business.
Now
But-
I got something to find out on that
but-
Oh,
one.
like-
that's
Okay.
different.
So yeah, so it was.
'Cause
The
he didn't even
situation
know-
was created. I didn't know. It's not like I have this guy's number. It's not like
Oh, that's
I met
different.
him to. No, it was,
That's
it
his
was
fault.
definitely
Fuck
a
him.
gesture.
Oh no, it's damn sure
It
his
was
fault.
a very sweet gesture, though.
It's damn
Shout
sure.
out to him for the sweet gesture.
You gotta
It was a
try.
very pleasant
You gotta
Valentine's
try.
Day.
You gotta
It's
try.
damn sure his fault.
But that was lame.
But you know,
See,
it's
girls
not
don't
fuck
want
girls that-
sweet. Girls
No,
don't
they
want
won't.
sweet.
No,
They
and
want to be
That's not
tricked.
true. That's not true.
They
That's
want to
not
be.
true. That's
They
not
want to be
true.
player.
they
No,
only
it's
want
not true.
they want sweet when they like you.
Exactly.
They want sweet when they want it, but here's the thing.
That's
and
it. Yeah,
it's
that's it.
On some Patrice shit, bro. Yo, if I did what you wanted me to do, then you wouldn't like me. The reason that you say, well, the reason that girls want it from the guys that they like, you gotta remember, the guys they like, don't do that shit.
Nope.
I don't know no girl that was like, he brought me flowers, and he brought me an edible arrangement, and he held my hand, and the first date, he said, right now, this is my favorite place to be, and we've been dating for... Don't know bitch like that. Don't know girl like that. Don't know woman like that. Nobody like that.
Nope.
The guy you with now, where'd y'all meet?
It's not important.
What's that? Oh, it's not
No.
important?
No.
But see, that's the point. That's the one you're dealing with now. So you ain't got to say what he do, but tell me I'm wrong with the guy that you dating now. The guy that you dealing with right now.
He brings me Starbucks to work, and I think it's the sweetest thing.
Well, you won't be with him very long.
He doesn't open doors for me, and I kind of, cause I'm kind of really into him or whatever. And I
That's
feel
what
like-
I'm talking about.
But-
Yeah.
The
But-
shit that make girls really get...
But
this
he
so-
brings me Starbucks.
okay,
to
how
work.
about this? I'm glad that you're here because I never even thought to put it into it this way. I'm not going to say girls don't like these things. Hell, if this nigga brought me an edible arrangement, I like it. And I would call it sweet. But that's not the thing that attracts... Okay, the things that we call chivalrous, it's not the things that women like or desire in a guy. The things that women truly like and desire in a guy, I feel they don't get to really talk about. We don't really mention those things.
Yep.
Like you're not going. No girl is going to say, or in this society, people don't allow women to say, "Yo, this nigga, I kind of feel like I feel like he gonna flip me over," and I kind of like that. I'm into that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, that's Puritan culture. That's Puritan. That's American culture. Is founded off of Puritan values or whatever. Everyone's like closeted sex freaks or whatever. No one's out or open.
Well, not
with it.
just that.
And someone was a friend of mine. She's in Europe right now. She was telling me how they're very open with stuff like that out there. And that's true. Like I do like a caveman essence. I like that. I like to be. I like
Whatever.
the edge and all of that.
Yep.
But I also, on the flip side, time and place for everything. I also like to be. I like to be handled and I like to be pampered.
No, no. See, this is what I'm saying. Everybody likes to be pampered. We just, in this society, we put that on women. It's gender role shit. Oh, you should do the... Okay, everybody likes that. But I'm saying not just the caveman fucking and all that stuff, but the thing that women like is like, I feel like he's got options. I feel like he don't really need me.
The chase.
But he's choosing to deal with me. You know what? I feel like I can beat out the options I think he got. Because that's really, like, if you really get into people's mind, it's like, whatever options he got, I want to see if I can beat him out. And I want to see if I can make him, right, like me more than the girls he actually has or the girls I think he has. This is the problem, though. Once she actually do, if you allow her to actually beat those women out, once you start to cut yourself off and it don't look like you got options no more because you're devoting all this time to her or whatever it is, when you don't seem like a fucking pimp no more, yo, she's done. She's done. Every girl, I do comedy, right? I've been on some stuff, whatever. I ain't got no money, but people don't know that. So girls go to my Instagram or they see me on a show or they see me slap fives with somebody that's famous, and for a little while they like, damn, this nigga might be somebody. He might have some money. Or he might at least have options.
That sounds like a certain type of female.
Oh,
a woman.
okay, see, it sounds like
but
it
it's
sounds
I
like
think that way. My homegirls don't think that way.
it sounds like a certain type of girl because of the way that I'm expressing it, but I'm telling you, I'm personifying a subconscious thought right now. This ain't a girl. This is a thing that I think is happening in the back of girls' minds. Now, it might sound like cutthroat, but I don't deal with no cutthroat bitches. I think that this is a thing that they look a little bit think about. It's like, oh, this guy, he's got options. And when they find out whether I got options or not, that I care more about them than they thought.
The chase.
Or
Yeah.
I got fewer options. Once they decide that they think I've got fewer options, they're gone. And the more that I make it seem like I've got options, that's been the most attractive thing about me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because some of the
When a girl thinks I don't like her, or she's not sure if I like her, or she knows I have options, that's been the most attractive thing about me. And I done had money, right?
Mhm.
I've been on TV, okay? I've probably shown people my dick. The most attractive thing about me has always been how many options I have, or them being uncertain on if I like them. And once they confirm either one of those,
oh, it's a
wrap.
that's right.
It's a wrap. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So women, don't lead us on. Don't lead us on. They got bringing edible arrangements and shit. Hey, tell them, no, nigga, you ain't got enough options. Come back when you don't like me. You sending me flowers and shit. I know you ain't sending this to all the bitches. So you like me this much? Ugh, get out of my face. Whoever you dealing with now, you probably don't know where he at right now. And that excites you. It's like, oh,
So what?
so
So
I don't know where he is.
So what
I'm
is-
still trying to be the number one, or I want it. Just, you know, hey,
Not necessarily.
So,
I think
so
about
what-
this stuff
okay.
all day.
So what else? So what else was it that drew the interest to you towards him?
Me and this guy that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I thought he was really cute, and we hit it off. It's a little draining though, or when we're together, but it's pretty.
Draining?
Good.
Draining like what?
Draining.
No, it's
This is personal shit.
hey, you
It
heard a lot
can-
about fuck
it
shit.
It can be draining, but we seem to really like each other, and we compliment each other. I like it. It's cool. It's a nice vibe. For
No,
me.
is it you doing it or is he doing it?
The draining.
Yeah.
Sometimes he drains me. Like it's just it takes a lot of energy sometimes. But that being
understandable.
said,
Uh-huh.
but that being said, you know, he likes me. He makes efforts, and I adore that. I appreciate that. Like he's making efforts. You know, he pops up at my job, surprises me, says hello, we hang out. Like it's cool.
It's obviously it's a balance.
It's
Yeah.
a nice, yeah.
It's a balance, but we don't, in this society, we don't talk about that other side enough. Everybody know to do nice shit, and that's the problem. We've been raising a generation of men with, well, I take that back. It's you know, it ain't always been that way, because, you know, women have had it pretty fucking hard. But right now, at least, it's this whole idea of, you know, just be nice. Be nice. Okay,
Yeah.
but it's a balance. You
Yeah,
also
because-
gotta be unavailable a little bit.
You have to.
You have to balance that, but
Like
nobody
you-
talks about that. She won't even admit to it.
No, I want someone I want to know that someone is genuinely interested in me and that they can. He doesn't necessarily have to be nice. You could show someone interest. And
I'm wrapping in all of it.
So,
Nice.
if
I'm
this
wrapping
dude-
up flowers and
okay.
job and
so
coffee.
this
It's
so
nice.
this
Do
dude.
I want space? Yes. Space is a beautiful thing. Space
Yeah.
is valuable.
I'm talking about the fact. I'm saying that I'm assuming you haven't even done it. I'm just putting it on you that you don't agree with me. I'm just putting it on you
Okay.
that the other side, which is his options, and your, even if it's subconscious, desire to beat out his potential options. You don't even know if they exist. Maybe you do, but the fact that he's got options, I like that.
Yeah.
And I want to be the one that he likes the
And vice
most.
versa.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
We don't talk about that side though.
The competitive edge to it.
You call it chase,
It
but
is the chase.
I don't call it chase because it's like that's just courtship. That's gonna happen. I'm talking about the race to beat the other bitches out.
Race chase, tomatoes,
So-
tomato.
Well, I mean,
so let me ask. So
all right. If that's what you call it, I would call it something else. But if that's what you mean when you say chase, then so be it.
okay.
So be it. We gotta talk more about the chase then
Yeah, so-
in society.
But let me ask you. So why? So would you have the same feelings for him if he showed you the attention that you love it now in the beginning when y'all first met?
Fuck no. This
No.
nigga ain't got no options. Why he doing all this shit for me right
The
now?
same things that you like now, he showed you that at the beginning. Would it be the same situation you is in now?
Hell no. She'd be fucking somebody else,
Mm.
showing him this lame nigga's text messages. I've been that guy.
No, that's not true. That's
I've
not
been
true.
both. I've seen the text messages and I've sent the text messages.
But it's
Look
like
at this
Randy
lame ass
said,
nigga that like me.
It depends on how much you like the person. And before, I remember I dated a guy in New York once. It was the last serious thing that I found myself in. We hung out. We hit it off. It was wonderful. He was consistent. Like, and it was nice. It wasn't like, oh, this guy's clingy. And it wasn't, you know, like you said, it's all about balance. You know, if a guy's texting me like 10 times a day, it's like, yo, bro, you need to pipe it down a bit, like, shut the fuck out. But as long as, like, efforts are being made and it's clear that we like each other, that the feelings are mutual, that the interest is mutual, and that it's consistent, that's what I like.
Okay, let me ask you. So how, and this can be, you know,
And everybody's different.
So yeah, everybody's different. But how, if a guy, how a guy's supposed to know if the feelings are mutual? If he do, you know, how you supposed to know?
You gotta be sensible. If you don't have the
I don't know.
sensibility
I mean,
to figure it out.
How do
Because-
I know if the feelings are mutual, you know?
I've told you about that, man. Like, nigga, you gotta get better. Not you, but one has
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
better. If you don't know, then, you know, if you don't know how to fight, then you can get your ass whooped. If you don't know when a girl feeling you, or if you can't, you know, size a girl up and be like, I think I should try this approach. If you don't know, then you're gonna lose. You got to be knowledgeable.
Of course that, but I want to hear from.
Oh,
Woman.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm shut my mouth. I don't know.
I want to hear from the woman's point of view.
Like, what? How do I know that?
No, how he's supposed to know.
That I'm into him?
Yeah.
I think he knows. I mean, you know,
See,
you
no.
the
See,
stuff that I do, like the you know, the efforts being made on my part.
What the fuck do you do? Girls don't make
no,
no
fuck
effort.
that.
I
What do
don't
you
make
do?
efforts. I reach out. I talk to him.
You like me.
Like,
I'm at
he's
the
sick
club.
right
What do you
now.
say?
I'm like, do you need anything?
No, you talking about
Can I
the-
bring you something?
Huh?
You know, you know, he knows that I'm like genuinely into.
Are you talking about in the middle of a relationship or the initiation?
Before the dating process, as y'all just meeting and just going out.
How's he supposed to know
What?
that the girl like him? She don't like
Oh,
him.
you mean like if we're meeting in a club or something?
No, just period. Y'all just met. Okay, you met a guy,
Yeah.
and y'all went out a couple times or whatever. How he's supposed to know that the feelings is mutual?
That I like him.
That he is really into you, but how he's supposed to know?
If we're going out a few times, if there's a second date or even a third date,
Mhm.
that in itself sends across a pretty loud message.
No, it
Sometimes
doesn't.
girls just be
it
hungry,
doesn't.
though.
Some girls just go out just to go out.
Um,
Some girls will text back just because they're bored.
okay.
Some girls, you know what I'm saying, some girls will just accept things
Not
that
me.
the guy does, and
But not me.
but okay, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying a woman's period.
I-
So that's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
she can answer that, bro.
But that's
Like,
what
why
I'm
I
saying
answered
is
it.
that's the thing that guys got to deal with. That's why I feel like it's not that chivalry is dead.
But
I think guys are more.
But if they're just looking for a meal, you could tell by the chemistry when y'all out talking. You can. You could tell if it's really there. If there's a kiss at the end of the night or not. Body language, eye contact.
And them really the ones, those are the ones that get, dog. Like, I've done that before where I know a girl just wanted, it's only a few times I've had money. But I'm like, hey, I just got some money. And a girl just wants something to eat. And that's the ones you cut into. Like, look, you can get what you want. I know you just came out here to eat, but I want that pussy. And you know what? I'm about to pay for this. And if you ain't down, if you don't want to bust no nuts,
So don't you?
I'm
call
about
it-
to take my
so
shit
is
to
that
go.
not prostitution? Would you call it prostitution? I'm just curious.
I
I'm
don't
very curious.
mind prostitution
Oh.
at all. I think that
But
is the
do you
true
call
mark.
that prostitution? Sex for food.
Shoot, I don't, but I don't mind if you did.
But it's basically an
It's a-
exchange
yeah.
of for.
But that's what marriage is. You that's just long life prostitution. So yeah, that's that. Prostitution is the oldest profession on earth. That's just, you can call it anything, but that's the only reason to fuck with the opposite sex is what can you do for me. So what can you do for me? If you call that prostitution, hey, then so be it.
So okay, I give you a situation. About a month ago, I met a girl. Went out. First night we went out, got ice cream. Last talk, we was probably together for about an hour and a half. I don't know. We had, had a good time. Next time we went out to eat. Great conversation, laugh, talk. We had interest in different things. End of the night, I got the kiss, more than one kiss. 2 weeks later, I get a text. Hey, I don't want to go out anymore. I'm just not interested, and that's it. So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate that. It didn't bother me. I moved on.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The little black thing. She was a cutie pie.
But what I'm saying is that so before she sent me that text, I'm thinking that the feelings is the same. So that's the type of things that I'm talking about that guys have to try. Say, how do a guy know?
That's totally fair. I mean, I hung out with a guy, and we hung out for probably 2 weeks, and I came to the realization that it just wasn't working. When I was trying to emphasize, and I thought I was really into him, it was just like it wasn't cutting it. And I told him the same thing. It wasn't a good fit. And sometimes we try to shoot more for size just to see. We test the waters just to see what it's like. And
that's interesting. I never heard it that way.
But
I was into this guy. Like he knew I was into him, and vice versa. That's
what happened with me. And it was that time frame too. Yeah. But the fact that it was like she didn't tell me shit. She just stopped responding. I thought that was a little messy.
But what's coming from from that situation and just dating, just period, is for me is, man, I'm tired of paying for goddamn.
That's because you're stupid.
Paying for meals. You know what I'm saying?
Dates are nice and cheap, or smoothie dates.
Smoothie
dates are creative.
my new thing has been going out for ice cream. You know what I'm saying? That's been.
Yo, Brandon, and I'm gonna say this in front of her.
What, nigga?
You got poor game, and you don't listen, and you stupid.
No, you listen. This is
what is game? Like
ability. You have to have some type of strategy.
No, see,
you just see a fine girl, ask her for a number, and take her out on a date. Nigga, this ain't 1950. You got to play with these hoes, dog. This is also the issue too. This is also the issue too, and this is why I always give him backfire when he try to bring this up. All right.
Yes, I have had bad situations with women that I really like, but at the same time, he don't hear about all the women that I do fuck with that do like me, that I be on some, saying I don't feel them back.
It's the 60.
So it's back and forth. Mm-hmm. He only hear about the couple that
I know that.
So that's why I give him backfire on that. Nigga tell me you gotta have game. Nigga, I got game. It's just I fumble in certain situations.
But, when it count. That's when it count.
But
Steph.
What is game? What is game?
Okay, see again. That's where we talking words, but
we're adults, like it's like if two people are into each other.
But we adults, but dating gets a lot more harder as you get.
Well, that goes back to.
I agree. No, I know that. I definitely know that. But as far as like, I don't know. Would I go for a guy that has game? Like
I call it game, but it's.
You don't have to play by any like chess rules or.
We don't have to call it that.
Okay.
That's just a word. Like when you said race or chase, I just call it game. That's just what we call it.
Okay.
But it's, what is your plan to, because you got to remember, when you see it, you see them. So that's the first thing you've gone off of is you look, that's a person.
Right.
You look good. Okay, so now, what are you going to do about it? You've got to you can't just say, hey, you look good. Well, duh.
Right.
So now what? So game is your ability to convince this person that you are, this guy and girls like, even though women don't do this, that you are somebody worth looking into. Okay. And hopefully, possibly, fuck it. That's what game is. I don't know you, and I want to fuck you. How do I get there? And the steps that you take to get there is game. You call it what you want. And when I say yours is poor, I simply mean, whatever, we talking shit. But, you do spend a lot of money on dates with bitches. And it's like, I met this girl at the mall, we going out. For what? Why? Invite her to a show.
Why? You want to know why?
This is why. For.
Because just like how you said you was raised to do something, that's how I was raised.
I'm telling you, the shit don't work.
Obviously, the shit doesn't work for the ones that I want.
Yeah, it don't work. So stop.
You know what I'm saying? The ones that I want. But the ones I want to progress into what I want. Of course, we can agree on that.
You have to play a game. Sometimes you gotta like it's almost like you gotta show a girl you don't fuck with her,
Right.
but you fuck with her. And when you take a girl on a date, some chivalrous 1950s shit, that is the ultimate.
How taking a girl out to dinner is
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you right now. If you meet a girl
Mm-hmm.
and you approach her,
Mm-hmm.
and the next time y'all do something, y'all at dinner, and you don't drink,
What drinking got to do with
I'm
anything?
just telling you. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you. It seems very
What?
normal, very 1950s ish, very.
Do you agree with this?
It just. I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying. You meet a girl at the mall. How you doing? You pretty. I mean, you want to go out? You want to go out on a date? We'll go out to get something to lunch. Y'all go out and then. Where's the all I did was eat with you. Where's the excitement? And you don't drink. So the thing
I go out with a lot of girls that don't drink. So
okay,
drinking,
then fine.
So you
fuck
keep
it.
bringing drinking
I'm
in,
bringing,
that
I'm,
don't
bring,
mean
I'm, bring,
anything.
I'm bringing drinking up because like alcohol. As I get older, I realize like how sick this is. But alcohol, it really has carved a thing in society. Do you realize
a lot
comedy
of,
clubs,
a lot of bad
marketers.
parents, a lot of bad parents.
Marketers, go ahead.
Yes,
A lot
like
of people that shouldn't even have kids together. That's what drinking
that's,
has
that's
done.
what I'm saying, bro. Like
It's
a big fucking thing. Like it's some people that don't know how to have a conversation. There's some people who light up with one beer, and you just in a world where you don't do that, and it's blatant. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you go, oh, but it's not like it's, oh, by the way, I don't drink. It's like you at a fucking bar and you like you want something, and then she waiting for your defenses to come down because when you drunk, it's a world you go into. Like Josh drink now, and it's like. You looking at drunk people and you're motherfucker, and you sober, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then you get drunk, and it don't sound like, oh, motherfucker. It's like, yes, I was just saying that was a beautiful... You in that world. It's like another language, but you just not in it. You don't compensate for it. And you doing this 1950s shit. You got to switch it up. You meet a girl, don't go to dinner. Don't feed her. Do something else. Do something that's going to show you, that's going to show her that you got options.
Number one.
The cheat code is comedy, brother. You a comedian. Bitch, come to my show. Come see me make people laugh. Unless I want to challenge myself and try to get it without comedy, which I do sometimes. But that's just
and
fun.
which I have done too.
Well, do that.
That's not done too.
Stop paying for meals,
Listen.
Brandon. Stop it. You stop it.
Nigga,
Don't you buy another pork chop. You get a bitch of orange. You hungry? Pick that fucking orange off that tree.
But now this is the other problem. We got the last topic before we get out of here. But now what we're feeding into is the lie.
The what?
The lie.
The lie.
Yeah.
Of
What's
what?
the lie?
The lie is now you telling me to not do something that I want to do. So now I'm lying. So that's a lie. I want to do it, but now I'm not going to do it just because I have to think about what you might not talk to me.
That's
later.
right. When I meet girls, sometimes I want to not ask them their name. I want to lick their asshole. Now, when I don't do that, that's not me lying to myself. Some shit you just can't do. Some shit you just can't do. If I want to lick her asshole, I can't tell her I want to lick her asshole. I got to do other stuff to put myself in the position to lick her asshole.
Of course.
So you might want to go out to dinner with her. Just don't do it first. You might like her. Just don't tell her. You might think she's pretty. Just don't tell her. Show her that you are interested, you want her, but you don't need her. Shout out to Patrice O'Neal. You want her, but you don't need her. And that is the game. Which way is going to work to show that you want but don't need? Some girls, you can straight up say that too. I want you, but I don't need you. So give me your number. Maybe I'll call you. Some girls like that. Some girls you got to find. Some girls like this. They know words like objectified, and they don't want to be called a bitch. I'm not a bitch, and I don't want you to say bitch. Now you got to find another way. So you got to find a smarter way to express to her, I want you, but I don't need you. It's, hey, just throwing this out there. I think you're very pretty. Maybe we can go out to lunch. No big deal. I don't know what you do. It looks like you do something interesting. I'd like to hear it. Heck, I might be able to help. I don't know. Take my number. Look forward to hearing from you. I want you. No, I don't need you. Maybe that'll work on her. I don't know. That's the game. Figure the shit out. Stop just doing what you want to do. Stop being selfish. I want to take you out to dinner and look at you and talk to you. Ugh. Ugh. I want you, but I don't need you. That's my advice. What did I know? I ain't got shit.
Any comment?
No.
So we about to
You
get.
can't argue with the truth.
We about to get up out of here. But before we get up out of here,
Wait, that's not true.
but get up out of here. We've been having this long debate about something, and I just want your opinion. It's one of those situations where no matter what anybody says to me, I have my own opinion about it, and that's how I feel. And that's how and that's just how I am when I come to my opinion. That's one of the reasons where I got the idea of don't blame me, blame Detroit, is because no matter what, I'm gonna say what I feel. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing, coming from the Midwest, I feel like, because, I grew up in Ohio, and where I come from, it's like, you go on a date, could be dinner, it could be this, that, or whatever. And then when it comes to these, bigger metropolitan urban cities, I guess, the stakes change a little bit, and the lifestyle and all of that all changes. But for me personally, I think, a dinner date for a first date, I think it's personally fine, but that could be because I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I like that shit.
Yeah.
Whereas, in New York, maybe, let's go to the bar after work or some shit like that. Let's get drinks or let's get coffee. Or in California, the thing is coffee. Like, let's meet up over coffee. Let's go get coffee together. So, it could be, where we come from.
My days are trying to excite them.
Before I get into the debate thing, I got one question. Why do a lot of people feel it's weird? So say if we go out to a restaurant, I'm not hungry. I don't give a damn. But you hungry. If you order something to eat and I don't order nothing, why is that weird?
It's just weird.
Why?
If you got an orgy and you ain't fucking, why are you here? You're not fucking. I don't want to fuck. Why are you here at a fucking orgy then? Making us feel weird, like I'm the freak. I'm at dinner and I'm eating and you sitting there looking at me. Get out of my face, nigga. Get some salad or something.
I've gone on dates where I ate in front of the guy and he
I
had
didn't see
a drink.
it's bad.
He enjoyed a drink or.
I didn't see it's bad. He just asked why do people think it's weird. That's why it's
Because
weird.
it's not weird to me. I don't give a damn.
I mean, who cares what people think? I mean, if you can get rocks off and it works for you and it works for the other person and there's a mutual understanding that it's working, fuck it.
I make a motherfucker turn around. Don't look at me while I'm eating. You turn the other way.
But
Look,
but the debate that we have had for a minute is, who do you feel is, and I'm not talking about one specific thing that person do. I'm talking about the overall scale. Who do you feel is a better performer?
wow, I'm not getting ready to start this fucking conversation right now. We gotta get out of here.
Michael Jackson or Beyonce?
What's that mean? It's not a debate.
Beyonce would not like this conversation, by the way.
I thought about that. That's the only reason I haven't made a video about it.
She would not like this conversation whatsoever because Michael Jackson was one of her biggest influences.
Of course.
So to compare them is a big no-no. I just want to put that out there.
That's the only reason I haven't made a video about it.
I mean, that's a generational thing. People from my generation is more team Beyonce, and people
Because I love Michael.
My mom's generation would be like pro Michael because they would say Michael was the originator, which is questionable. But I mean, it's like he was Michael Jackson. He's phenomenal. So I
Was your question better performer? Is that what you said?
Yes.
So like you mean like at a concert, like
Yes.
or
You go to the
stage
concert.
performances.
You go to the concert. In the overall, you go to a Michael Jackson concert and you go to a Beyonce concert.
No, not who has the better concerts because
That's the performance.
You can do fireworks and 3D shit now, so
Yes.
that's always gonna be better.
He did fireworks back then. That's how his hair caught on
Okay,
fire.
3D shit.
So are we? I mean, and Beyonce's hair got caught in the fan.
Okay.
These things happen.
You said better performer,
Yes,
not who's
better
got the
performer.
best show. Because Cirque du Soleil got a better show than Beyonce. You want to go there? These niggas just turning themselves inside out. She just dancing and singing.
You go to a concert. Who do you feel you'll enjoy more? Beyonce
That's a
or
different question
It's
too.
not a different question, bro.
Who you gonna enjoy more? That's preference.
I can't call it because I've never been to a Michael Jackson concert. I've been to several Beyonce concerts, but I've never gone to a Michael Jackson, and I haven't even watched him perform on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So
You haven't seen it perform.
perhaps no, because Michael Jackson is incredible and iconic, and he had a phenomenal impact on the music industry. But me personally, I am not a Michael Jackson fan.
How old are you?
none of your business.
I mean, but you should have
That's all you
seen.
need to know.
You should have seen Michael Jackson on YouTube by accident by now.
I mean, I think I saw maybe one. It was a rehearsal, and I thought it was live. It was so beautiful, and they were just rehearsing, and I loved his spirit. And his
You've seen the moonwalk, right?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
You've seen it
I've seen
before.
clips of his performance, but I've never sat there and watched him perform before.
No, I've never seen that with anybody.
But then just because musically Michael Jackson just isn't my preference in music, I lean more so towards Prince. Even though people are like, why do you have to compare him to? It's just, it's like you either draw more towards one or the other, and I drew more towards Prince.
The question the debate we had was not what this is, because you talking about preference. That's
but I'm saying it's like
all going to be preference.
It is.
No, there's
it's
some fucking facts. Okay, when you say who's because it originated, I still got it in my phone, brother.
What originated was I said Beyonce is a better performer than Michael Jackson. You changed it into you wanted to go into depth and talking about who's the better dancer, who has
No.
Yes, you did.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I changed it. You changed it. It was something like who's bigger, who's the greatest performer of all
time. I said
you
Beyonce.
said Beyonce's the greatest performer of all time.
Yes.
Like, and then this was my problem with that, because everybody knows it's Michael. Not
everybody.
Wait.
Not like people that says Beyonce.
This is what I'm saying.
Some people say Prince is. Some people say somebody else.
You're not understanding, dog.
Okay.
When I say everybody says, I'm talking about every. What I mean is
stop saying it.
Listen to what I'm saying. There's some constants that we have in this society, and to go outside of that constant, okay, you got to have a reason for it. Okay, the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. Now, if you got something else, there's a reason. If you had to take an American test,
Michael Jordan, first thing,
the answer is going. Wait. Let me finish. I know. Goddamn Kobe, dog. Okay, I ain't talking about me. I don't give a fuck about basketball. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I'm saying the answer
is not. That's not the answer.
Let me fucking finish, please.
Keep going.
The answer is Michael Jordan. The next question: greatest stand-up comedian of all time. The answer is Richard Pryor. You don't have to agree. Those are the answers. If you got something, the greatest performer of all time, there's probably two acceptable answers depending on if you're black or white. If you're white, you might say Elvis, but most people go say Michael Jackson. Exactly.
Yeah,
most people gonna say Michael Jackson.
Say that shit.
Them the rules. That's now. If you got something outside of that, you gotta have a reason. Now, if you say Beyonce is a greater performer than Michael Jackson, I would break it down as simply as this. There's two aspects to performing. To everybody that we held or hold as the greatest performers of all times, there's two aspects. Singing and dancing. Mm-hmm. Your singing and dancing has to be revolutionary. Elvis dancing, even though he stole it, it was revolutionary because he introduced it to white people. James Brown's dancing, revolutionary. The shit he was singing about, revolutionary. Michael Jackson, this nigga he walked backwards and changed the world. When you know you're the greatest or the biggest, when you can identify a silhouette, that's when you big. You know Michael Jackson's silhouette.
We know Beyonce's silhouette. And
what does
Beyonce's
Beyonce's silhouette look like?
Beyonce has changed the game for.
I did not say she.
Finally, I got somebody to back me up.
Because
none of that is wrong.
A lot of women performing now, their ensemble is very Beyonce.
None of that is wrong. None of that is wrong. That's 100% right. But when you compare, okay, Michael Jackson is singing and dancing. Beyonce,
singing and dancing.
She sings, she dances, but her dance, what's the Beyonce?
I gave you a multiple of
No. What's the Beyonce? What's the if I got up and I started shuffling, you'd be like, James like James Brown. Uh-huh. If I got up and I did the moonwalk, you'd be like, oh, this nigga doing Michael Jackson. Wait. If I'm just saying, these aren't my rules. These are the correlations.
I'm about to tell you cutting me off.
Wait, because I got one more. If I got up and I fucking did a bunch of this, you'd be like, that's Elvis. Beyonce, very good at dancing.
If you do the single lady dance, everybody gonna say that's Beyonce. If you do the booty jump in, everybody gonna say that's Beyonce.
Twerking? You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
You just said, what silhouette? I'm going off of what you just said. You said, what silhouette or dance would people associate with Beyonce? And I just gave you two,
I'm not talking about,
you turned them down.
I'm not talking about association, because I'm familiar with Beyonce. I know Beyonce.
So what you talking
I'm
about?
trying to tell you, but you don't want to
Go
hear.
ahead.
You just want to be right.
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying
I
that.
don't care about being right.
I'm saying that these moves themselves, those moves they're almost removed from the person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Beyonce did this. This ain't a thing.
It is a thing.
It
It
is a
was
thing.
huge. It was huge.
It's still huge.
You cannot deny how huge it was.
It's huge.
It
is
was
still
huge.
Wait, no. I didn't say it wasn't.
It was not huge probably for
I'm
you,
not
but it was
saying
huge. It was a
that
big ass thing.
I'm not saying it wasn't huge.
So what you saying?
You telling me that the fucking moonwalk is the same
Yes.
as this?
Yes.
Fine. I don't know shit.
Yes.
I don't know nothing. Fine. All right, then I don't know
The
nothing.
association of him doing
I didn't
that.
say association. I said the fucking moonwalk.
Yes, because when she did that,
This is big as the moonwalk.
Yes.
Fine. Then I don't know shit.
I would.
Then I don't know shit.
I would say, I get what you're saying. The hand switch it's just the hand switch. But what I would say is Beyonce changed the game because
Absolutely.
she made it. She's raised the bar so high for female performers to incorporate singing and dancing with their performance. And people will say, well, you know what, it started with Aaliyah. Yes, it did. It definitely started with Aaliyah. But sadly, we know what happened with Aaliyah. But Beyonce just like made it the standard. This is the barometer that makes a phenomenal female performer. The attire, all that. And I noticed everyone.
We gotta wrap this up.
Beyonce built herself up to be one of the greatest of all time. Michael Jackson was a freak of nature. If he never sang a song in his life, he could be a dancer.
Like I said,
Beyonce, she does choreography.
like I said before, we're just gonna agree to disagree. But before we get out of here, go ahead and plug your social media.
You can find me at Comedian Ron T on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I got some upcoming shows going on, and you can find those on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Comedian Ron T.
You can keep up with me on my website, KylerO'Neal.com. That O'Neal is spelled just like Shaquille O'Neal, O-N-E-A-L. KylerO'Neal.com. I will be releasing a book of poetry that I've written throughout the years that will be coming out soon. And also through my website, you can navigate to all of my social media platforms. The names are always changing, so it's better to just go on KylerO'Neal.com and keep up.
All right, and you can check out the YouTube for clips and the whole podcast, and also we're on Apple, Spotify, Google. So keep up with the podcast, follow, so you can be able to keep up with us and make my platform bigger for me. Thank you. And also too, you can be able to go to my Instagram and go to the link to check out the merchandise. I got t-shirts, hoodies. Also got some hats coming too. So you can be able to get you some of the Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit t-shirts. I also have the Dreams Don't Die, Only If You Kill 'Em t-shirts also. So check that out on the website, BrandonJordanComedy.com. And peace out. Talk to y'all later.